Good morning. My name is Don Hadley. I'm president of Applied Vision Works, and I'm here to do another drive-through with you and wanted to share a concept. I watched a Jordan Peterson video over the weekend, and I think he's a very thoughtful man that's very smart. And he reminded me of something that has been out there for many years, but I don't hear it talked about much in organization circles or in organizational development other than in a general way. But there's been a lot of scientific studies that I call the red zone, where they say if you have a relationship where there's 5 positive interactions to every 1 negative, if you're kind of below, if you're at 5, 4, 3, 2, or less, it's a real problem because people will view the interaction as negative, the relationship as negative. They'll begin to disengage or they'll begin to fight you more, and eventually it destroys the relationship. What's interesting and what I got reminded of by Mr. Peterson is you can also have a situation where relationships are just too easy. And scientifically, supposedly, this occurs where you've got 11 positives for every negative. And what happens here is people basically get bored. When I think about friendships, if we're getting together talking about the same old thing, it's boring. When I think of in business, if I'm the same and they're the same a month, 2 months, 3 months down the road, it's boring. What's fun is hearing something new, another tidbit of information, something somebody's learned, some way somebody's getting to that next level. And those conversations are interesting, but because there's change, there's also a little bit of negativity in there or difference or something that's just kind of rough wood that needs to be sanded. A lot of people say negatives are bad in a relationship, not necessarily. But if we have too many of them compared to the positive or not enough to this, then the relationships have a tendency to end. And that's not good, whether it's personal or business. Basically, it seems to be about the 7, 8, 9 area that makes the difference. Now, again, in relationships, I'm not going in there trying to count these, or I don't have a scoreboard, but I think all of us have a sense of, hey, the last several times we got together, it's been good, but I need to introduce something unique or interesting to the relationship. Or, hey, I've been tougher on this person, maybe we need to just have some enjoyable interactions for the time being. This brings up something I use a lot with teams of people, is I find that similarities, that's what the S stands for, is similarities. When we have similar values, beliefs, goals, destination, this is a good thing. You need that for solidity to any organization, any family. This is what makes us feel safe. This creates the safe space, and that allows us to go into the unsafe space. I don't believe everything is always safe. The world isn't always safe. So up here, the D stands for differences, and it's really the differences in relationship that once we've got the foundation is our different experiences, our different training, our different perspectives, how we grew up different. Perhaps we came from different countries with different cultures, but it's the difference that create the spark. It creates the excitement. Opposites attract. That's true in business as well as personal life. Now, if it's all opposites, it's a problem. There's got to be, again, this foundation. But these other differences we're talking about not only provide the spark, they test ideas better. They added together create better ideas and get better results. So I wanted to share with you, because positive negative isn't all bad. We need positive negative or perhaps differences. I'm not sure I see negative anymore. Almost every relationship I've got, I don't believe anybody ever treats me badly because all feedback is good. I'm learning from it. Even if other people think I'm being attacked. I've had that happen. Somebody will say after a meeting, oh, Don, you were attacked. Well, a lot of times I wasn't. They just had a different point of view. They need to share it. But now I learned a lot more about them, their view of the world. And by the way, if I'm really smart, I probably did learn something about the outer world and what's going on out there. So I wanted to share this because I think it's important to keep in mind. Sometimes people say this, but it's in a feel-good context. To me, whether it's feel-good or scientific, it's scientifically proven through all the research we've read for actually many years, but also in my experience, this is a valuable thing to recognize and take into account. And sometimes I ask people, hey, this relationship, how many positive, the last dozen interactions in the relationship, how many were positive, how many negative? Tell me more about it. Sometimes using that to deconstruct what's working or isn't in a relationship or with a team can be interesting. If you'd like to chat about this, my email is dhadley@appliedvisionworks.com. My cell phone is 919-368-9008. Thank you.